We got a whole segment to trigger Spinny, because we get to talk about Jared Goff and something that's really triggering me: the weather. I'm tired of hearing about the weather. Kenny, what were you saying when we was on break about this, man?
The weather in Chicago this weekend will be 37, low of 28, partly cloudy, and it'll be a little bit of wind. I think like 12 miles per hour. I can't remember the wind, but it's going to be a normal, kind of cold Chicago day. They should be fine.
Yes, they should be fine, man. I'm tired of hearing this kind of this, and Goff, honestly, he looked annoyed with it too.
Yeah.
Being continued to be asked about the weather, and it's just like,
that's the narrative on him, though. He don't perform well outdoors. So,
goodness gracious, man.
It's good duck hunting weather.
What did you say?
I said it's good duck hunting weather.
No, earlier, dog, on break.
Oh, bro, I like Jared Goff. I think he's the only quarterback in the NFL that can't consistently throw a tight spiral. Like, it'll be like, oh, I'm Ross Brown, open in the middle of the field. Bro, they get there though.
I said he has the most accurate ducks I've ever seen in my life, because he hits his receivers, but they don't look pretty.
It's like Peyton Manning when he was in Denver, but just his whole career. Like,
yeah,
it's like he knows how to overcompensate. Like, I'm about to throw this duck on a dime though. This thing is on a rope.
But he's got those tiny hands.
Jared Goff,
can't hold a whopper, man.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, you know us had small hands, because the year we drafted, who did we draft #1? And we could have taken Aaron Rodgers. We took
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith had small, tiny hands. He was a playoff quarterback.
He was solid, yeah. And then he got finessed twice in his career. Got finessed by a better quarterback. Didn't want to pay him because he was solid, but
he got paid though.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like we got to be fair about this, though, because it is true. The weather has been this kind of monster to Jared Goff throughout his career. But that just can't be the case now. I don't even think the weather's going to be that bad, man.
My buddy Tad, who's the biggest Lion hater ever.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Right in the chat. Got a picture of me, of course. Goff's worth $60 million. That's what Mr. Right. Spinny, what do you think?
Not a fucking chance. Not a chance.
Oh, snap.
But you got to look at the market. Look at the market.
Look at, like we talked about, he is a guy who he can be very good in this league if everything around him is perfect. If he has a great running game, a great offensive line, great receivers, then he can get the ball in spots. Goff will never be the guy that is like, all right, I'm putting you guys on my back. I'm going to go out here. I know we're down a couple linemen. Running game's not working. I'm about to throw it 45 times a game and we're going to win that. That's what I paid for. If I'm paying somebody, I'm paying for somebody that can take the game into their own hands based on their skill and make something. Not a guy who's got running around like he's in a wheelchair because he can't move. He's got the Baby Whopper Jr. hands. Like
Baby Whopper Jr.
He's good. He's a good quarterback. When everything around him is good, he will be great. But if you pay him great money, you can't afford to keep everything around him great.
So
he can't even be a junior Whopper? It's a Baby Whopper?
Baby Whopper Jr., bro.
So, Spin, you're not extending him at all, pretty much is what you're saying.
Not because he's going to make – you're not going to get him on a contract that would make sense.
You could tag him. No,
definitely not, dude. Then the whole contract goes against the cap. That's why I think you're paying him – if you tag him, you're paying him top 5 money, and it's 100% against the cap. Nah.
It's making sense.
But it's not long term, though.
That's fair. But I just think, like, I don't know, man. With this offense, with this system, with these guys, you could put people in there that can do that.
But Spinny, isn't it fair to say? So, how many quarterbacks? Let's go around the league. How many quarterbacks, with Goff in mind, how many quarterbacks can you legitimately say, hey, your team is depleted. This Sunday, you're going to have to drop back, and you're going to throw this thing about 45 times and try to get us this W. How many guys can we honestly go around in the NFL and say that they could legitimately do that?
It's only a handful.
It may not even be a handful.
And those are the guys that I would pay $50 million.
Those guys are very rare.
Exactly, but I'm not paying a guy that can't do that.
But here's the thing. As rare as those guys are, the guys that are right underneath them are the guys that are getting paid. Justin what is it? Bear out there in San Diego. He doesn't win shit.
So
but he just signed up,
thing.
what? He's making, what, 50, what, plus?
Yeah, but you put Justin Herbert on this team and they are much better. It's like, I'm not saying, I don't need a 100% elite talent. Like, I'm not asking for Patrick Mahomes. I'm asking for a guy with elite traits. A guy that can move, can extend the field, that can move around, that can throw a deep ball, that can not throw ducks every time. Like, it's somebody that can do that without everything around them being perfect. Because, and not paying him $50 million is where it is. If you could get Goff for what he's at right now, for a couple years,
that's not gonna happen.
that works.
So-
I'm cool with that.
So who's
why
coming?
why would he take what he has now?
He won't. He won't. But I'm not giving him more. I'm not, like, you can't.
But who's coming to save you though at this
Hendon
point?
Hooker.
You think Hendon Hooker is the guy?
Yes, I do.
This hate is it runs deep. Huh?
I think it's not hate, man. It's just like, I think you could put him in there, and you're saying Hendon Hooker can't go out there and go for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns with the offense that we have out there? Because it's not like Goff's going out there and putting up 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
That's true, but Hendon Hooker would have to be your savior because if the Lions keep winning, the draft picks are further and further back.
Yeah,
and who are you going to pay out there? You got to hope like a disgruntled quarterback comes into the market at that point. That's the only way I see it shaking.
Well, until Hendon Hooker proves that he's a legit bona fide NFL quarterback, and I don't know if Hooker ever gets on the field to prove that because Goff is here. And as long as they're winning with trending in the right direction,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
they're not gonna. They're gonna.
I'm just saying, if you pay Jared Goff $50 million a year, you're losing pieces. Because we all love Penei Sewell. He's going to be the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL. That's $25 million right there.
Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson. We all love Aiden Hutchinson. He's going to be a top 5 defensive end paid in the NFL. That's $25 million right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown. We love him. He's going to be a top paid wide receiver. That's $15 to $20 million right there. Like, you're not going to be able to afford all of that if you have $50 million on your quarterback.
I hear you.
So I get you, bro. It's not hate. It's really
It's business.
It's the business.
It's
of it all.
business, man.
And the future of the Lions, realistically, man.
And I don't
really
understand
is.
the gawkers, like the guys that are just like, "Oh, he's the best quarterback of all time." Like, what has he done? What has he done for you? It's been 2 years. And he's
I don't think nobody said he was the best of all time, though.
Bro, you should see the heavyweights chat. If Goff wins a playoff game, is he the best Lions quarterback in the history of the NFL? Like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got to chill on that. But I do want to go around the room. I want to be fair to this. I'll start with you, Spinny. Do you think the weather is going to play a big impact in this game?
I don't think so, honestly. As long as it's not like crazy wind, I think they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. They want to run the ball. They were able to move the ball on the Bears extremely well. They just turned the ball over. So if they take care of the ball and run it, they should be fine.
What about you, Ken?
Weather absolutely not a factor. It's no rain, no snow. Just go out there and play ball, man. And like you said, they're gonna run the ball mostly. Should be fine as long as we don't throw any picks or fumbles. We should be fine.
Yeah, I feel like with this kind of being the game plan, with the Bears kind of expecting the run, I feel like that play action should be working just a little bit. And that's why I want to see J-Mo really, really, really active. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Reynolds, Sam Laporta. The Lions, they do have the recipe. Obviously, we know that because when they were down to the Bears before, they instantly went to and utilized that recipe and marched down the field back-to-back drives and put the Bears away. I don't believe at all in any way, shape, or form that this weather is going to be some type of a big factor against Jared Goff at all, man. But what's your take on it, Lindsey?
No, I don't think the weather is going to matter. Like we said, everybody, we know the formula for the Lions is they're going to run the football.
Yeah.
And if they can get the running game established early and grind it out, get ahead of the Bears, and just cruise on in from there. Don't let Justin Fields go crazy. Keep him contained. They'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Just as long as nothing crazy happens and no weird situations start going on like what happened with Green Bay when they came here. As long as that crap doesn't happen, they'll be fine.
Yeah. Then who needs to be, other than the running backs, who needs to be the key contributors for this Lions team to pull off the victory?
Well, I think because of the weather, and we're considering that, Laporta is going to be, he's going to be utilized a lot.
Huge.
Yeah, he's going to be utilized a lot. I think those across those middle, and those outs are going to be open for him. You know, they're not going to let Amon-Ra get loose. Everybody always doubles him. I think that'll allow J-Mo to, you know, maybe get targeted more. Yeah. You know, we can get Gibbs out the backfield, get some screen passes and or whatnot, and we'll be fine. I think they have the like you said, they have everything in place to take care of business, and that's all they have to do. Yeah, and you know what? We saw Baldy breaking down kind of Sam Laporta's touchdown, and they put Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra on the same side, had them run up, and I believe Amon-Ra went left. Sam Laporta kind of went up a few more steps and then kind of went behind him. And the defense, you're right, they were completely attracted to Amon-Ra St. Brown on that, and it left a window open for Goff to hit Sam Laporta on that touchdown, man. If they can get that type of stuff going against the Bears, off of like the play actions and such, I think they're going to have a field day. And you're right, Spinny. If they just took care of the ball, against the Bears, I don't even see how it's that close.
They would have won by 2 scores.
Yeah.
They would have won by 2 scores if they didn't turn the ball over 3 times. If Jared Goff didn't throw 3 interceptions, you know, they would have.
He was pressured. He was pressured.
Yeah, he's pressured.
One pass
he's got happy feet in the pocket and pisses his pants anytime anybody gets near him. That's like Brock Purdy. I'll notice this. Brock Purdy, he sits in that pocket, and if someone's coming at him, he looks him in the eyes and he delivers a strike.
And people take that for granted.
Jared Goff can't.
I mean, but Goff has done that though. Yeah. We've seen times where Goff has stepped up in the pocket, taken a hit, and delivered the ball.
New guy Kenny.
I'm just saying.
Biased.